when that tough guy Mike Tyson comes out, when it's not necessary to come out, I'm always in handcuffs. And it's unfortunately I have to fight and be that guy. I wish I could stop that guy. That guy haunts me. That's.
Mike Tyson has officially lost it. He's done with Jake Paul and his dirty tactics. Jake's been running his mouth like a maniac, thinking he can say whatever he wants. But he forgot one crucial thing. There's a thin line between trash talk and straight-up disrespect. And Jake? He didn't just cross that line. He tumbled over it and landed flat on his face. Mike's had enough. This isn't just some friendly banter to hype up a fight anymore. Jake took it to a whole new level. What really set Tyson off? Jake didn't just disrespect him, he took shots at his health, and worse, he dragged Tyson's family into it. For Mike, that's where he draws the line. You can call him out, you can try to get into his head, but once you start going after his family, that's when things get real. Tyson's been through a lot in his life, and he's not going to let some loudmouth YouTuber turned boxer tarnish his legacy or disrespect what matters most to him. Jake thought he could get away with it, but now the fight isn't just over, it's terminated. Mike's walking away, and he's not looking back. Let's break it down. Mike Tyson has absolutely terminated Jake Paul, and let me tell you, he's feeling no remorse for the problem child. That's right, Mike is pulling the plug on what was set to be the biggest fight of Jake's career, and it's all thanks to Jake not knowing when to keep his mouth shut. Tyson is done, he's had enough, and he's not going to entertain this circus any longer. The fight was scheduled for November 15, 2024 at the AT&T Arena, and it was more hyped than ever. Fans were counting down the days, the internet was buzzing, and people were saying this was going to be the fight of the year. Now, it's all up in smoke, completely gone. Thanks to Jake and his never-ending need to stir the pot, the fight that everyone was dying to see is no more. Fans are super disappointed. Get this, tickets were selling like hotcakes, people couldn't wait to see Jake step into the ring with Iron Mike. Bets were being placed left and right, and excitement was through the roof. But Jake? He just couldn't stop running his mouth. He had to keep pushing, keep testing Mike's patience. And now, look where we are. Now, let's talk about how Jake has been trying his best to build hype for this fight ever since it was announced, and let's be honest, he's been hyping it up. But here's the line. He brought up Tyson's family. Yep, Jake actually had the nerve to say more. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson have left no stone unturned in wreaking devastating havoc on each other ahead of their highly anticipated bout. The fight world has been keeping up with their verbal slams, but Paul's latest comments about Mike's 4-year-old daughter have rubbed everyone the wrong way.
But when I went to the hospital, the people that were there, they're up there because their kids are dead too, or about to die. So, who the hell am I? Their kids are dying too.
It's no surprise that the death of Mike's daughter is a sensitive topic to touch, and Jake Paul really should have given it second thoughts. Mike Tyson's 4-year-old daughter, Exodus Tyson, passed away in 2009 in a tragic accident. Her neck apparently got caught in a treadmill cord at her Phoenix home, and her 7-year-old brother found her. This has always been a very sensitive topic for the Tyson family, and they still struggle talking about the loss of their young Exodus.
The biggest beatdown you've ever had, whether it be physically or emotionally or spiritually?
I lost my 4-year-old daughter. She accidentally killed herself by accident.
Oh, man.
She on a treadmill. She didn't know how to work it, and she had hurt.
Wow.
So after that, I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know what to do.
How'd you recover from that?
I haven't. I just know in order to make her happy, I have to do good things and be positive.
Yeah.
Jake Paul had no place to bring up Mike's daughter in the build-up to this fight, and Mike isn't going to let this slip by. The YouTuber turned boxer promised to end Tyson and bury him next to his dead daughter, and this comment really left a sour taste in everyone's mouth. Mike is not the kind of guy to forgive, especially when it comes to someone disrespecting his family. Jake better watch out, because when you mess with Tyson on a personal level, there are serious consequences. Jake has never been shy about stirring up controversy. He's made a whole career out of being the loudest guy in the room. But this time, with his call-outs against Tyson, he's crossed a line that he can't come back from. Losing the biggest fight of his career is the price Jake is paying for not keeping his mouth shut, and it's time he realizes that he can't bully his way to the top with orchestrated wins. Jake's been acting like he runs the sport of boxing, but Mike Tyson just served him a harsh reality check. Mike gave Jake his final warning. And the result? The fight is canceled, and Jake is losing out on a massive payday and a chance to prove himself on the world stage. For Jake, this fight was all about the glitz and glam, the fame, the cash, the Instagram likes. And now, he's been stripped of all of it. This isn't just another controversy that Jake can shrug off. This is a turning point. The boxing world already doesn't respect Jake that much, let's be honest. His entire career has been built on orchestrated wins against fighters who were either out of their prime or weren't even boxers to begin with. It's all been a carefully constructed narrative, but real boxing fans see through it. Sure, Jake's got a massive following and knows how to sell a fight, but when it comes to real skill and respect in the sport, he's lacking. And this latest stunt with Tyson? It's only further solidified how out of his depth he is. The problem child has always leaned heavily on his trash-talking ways to hype up his fights, but he's constantly crossing lines, whether it's with his opponents or with the sport itself. Fans are starting to get tired of it. Jake's antics might be entertaining to some, but the true boxing community, they've had enough. Jake's not adding anything meaningful to the sport, he's turning it into a circus act. And when you go up against someone like Mike Tyson, who's been around the block a million times, you can't expect to get away with that kind of disrespect. Tyson isn't just some retired boxer looking for a paycheck, he's a legend who knows this sport inside and out. He's fought some of the greatest fighters in history and has earned the respect of the entire boxing world. Mike knows what it takes to survive in the ring, to fight at the highest level, and he's not going to let someone like Jake turn the sport he loves into a sideshow. That's why Mike's not feeling any remorse for canceling this fight. He's standing up for the integrity of boxing. Jake needs to take this loss as a lesson. He can't just keep trash-talking his way to the top, banking on orchestrated wins and acting like he's the king of the sport. It doesn't work that way. Mike Tyson gave Jake a shot, and instead of taking it seriously, Jake tried to make it all about himself. Now he's lost it all, the payday, the fame, and most importantly, the respect. If Jake wants any hope of rebuilding his place in the sport, he's got to rethink his whole approach because right now, he's just a guy who talked his way out of the biggest fight of his life. It's all up in the air now, and honestly, if I were you, I wouldn't hold my breath for the November 15th fight. The way things are going, with Mike Tyson pulling the plug and Jake Paul's antics spiraling out of control, it's looking less and less likely that we'll ever see these two in the ring together. The excitement that was building? Gone. The bets? Probably being cashed out as we speak. And let's be real, the Mike versus Jake drama isn't getting buried anytime soon. This isn't something that's going to blow over quietly. With Jake crossing the line and Tyson slamming the door shut, this situation has legs, and it's going to keep walking all over social media and boxing news for a long time. So that's all I have for you today. Do you think Jake crossed the line with his recent comments? Fill the comment section with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.